if you are probably watching this video, I'm already in Michigan at this point. Hello everyone, my name is Gloryheart, and here is a speed paint because I haven't done one in a long while. And I decided to do a speed paint due to the fact that they are easier to make for me. Because all you have to do is like edit music on top of footage recording that's sped up that from like that you had drawn. So like yeah. And this recording was 3 hours long prior. Yeah. I decided to make this video because I wanted to just talk about the fact that I'm going to Michigan. And at the time of recording, it's 2 days prior. Well, like when I'm recording this audio, it's 2 days prior before my trip. By the time this video gets up, but when I post this video, it would be 1 day left before my trip. That also means my first ever plane flights. For people who don't know, I've never actually flown on a plane before. Like, ever. I've only ever been in car. I've been in a light rail before, like the train. That's about it. I've never been on a boat or a plane. So the fact that my first plane trip is being used to fly out to Michigan to visit my cousins, holy jeez, is it nerve-wracking. On top of that, I'm leaving from like the Phoenix airport, which is Sky Harbor. I'm leaving from there to fly out to Chicago first, actually. And then I would be switching planes to go to Green Bay, Wisconsin. So I technically get to visit 3 states on this trip. And yeah, at Wisconsin, I'm apparently going to be picked up and drove to Michigan, because apparently the airport there is not far from where my cousins live. Woo! The reason why I'm going on this trip in the first place is actually because, how do I explain this? Okay, let's just, let me just explain how this trip got arranged. One night, I think I was actually gaming with some friends, either that or I had just got off. I got a message from my uncle, who was like, hey, do you want to come over do you want to come visit during the summer? We'll pay for everything. Bree wanted to ask you, but they were too shy to ask. And most people on my channel, especially recently, know who my cousin Bree is. I've done a few videos with them. They've been in one of my live streams before. I think only one. But yeah, I've done videos with them. So it's probably more recognizable. But yeah, when I heard the message of Bree was shy, I'm like, Nani? They talk to me about a lot of stuff. Why are they know they can ask me this question. Why didn't they tell me themselves? So the first thing I did was literally DMing them asking if this is true. While DMing their dad that I'm hesitant about saying yes right away. Due to the fact that I've never flown on a trip. I don't know what to do, what to pack, I don't know where to stay. Yeah, it's a lot just to go over there for the summer, as well as how long would I stay. And at the same time, I texted the group chat for me, my cousin Bree, and my older cousin Destiny, who, again, most people would know. She's actually been in a few of my streams. I've been in a few of hers. We've made videos together. I've been in hers. And we do dumb crap together. And she's been in my live stream chat a lot, actually. And I was like texting the group chat, like all that I've been told, because I wondered if either of them knew. Destiny did not know about any of this, but was so hyped about it because I haven't seen these people in 12 years. Bree was not even a year old yet. They were just a little tiny baby. So like, and I was like 7. This was before I turned 8. It was the last Christmas I visited them, and it was happened to be Bree's first Christmas. So even more, it's like, holy jeez, I haven't seen these people in years. Holy gosh, this is something I really want to do, but at the same time was too nervous to say yes right away. Also, because I wanted to talk to my mom and my grandma about it, so that they know that I kind of have been invited. And yeah, especially since considering, yeah, the plans after all. So I told my uncle all the stuff, like my hesitations of accepting right away. It was fine. He explained several things to try and get narrowed down. Destiny was also talking to me at the same time, trying to help things get narrowed down as well. And then it turns out, anytime Destiny's name was mentioned in mine and my uncle's chat about her involvements in her plan, I turned to Destiny. I talked to her about it. She goes, I was not informed of any of this, but I am okay with it anyways. It was stupidly, it was just so silly. Where she got involved before even knowing about it. I'm the reason she knew, from the sounds of it. And Bree the next day did confirm to me that yes, they actually did want to ask me to come. However, they couldn't bring themselves to do it because they did not know how to word it properly, which honestly is fair. Even though we've gotten close over the last few years after reconnecting, yeah, it's still difficult for them to communicate on things. Heck, I'm apparently their favorite person. They still struggle communicating with me. I'm the favorite. That was actually a thing that actually shocked me. Was several of the reasons why I was invited was actually for Bree's mental and emotional health, from the sounds of it. I'm not going to go into detail because that's their business. I know, even though I know what's going on, or most of what's going on, it's still their business. Yeah, I'm not going to share it. But when it came down to it, their dad wanted me to come over in a way to help them, to cheer them up from how rough things been, since I am their favorite person. And this made me want to cry! Happy tears, not sad tears. So there was a lot of back and forth going on to try and get things settled about what I would do, like what we would do for the trip, because holy gosh, it was nerve-wracking. And it ended up being settled that I would fly out June 12th, and I would return home in like late August. So we bought the plane. My uncle bought the plane ticket after I gave him my information on my ID card. So, yeah, he bought the ticket, forwarded me the email of verification, like of him getting it. So I also know about like the trip plans and stuff, like what flights I'll be on, what flight I'll be on, where I am in it, the locations of this where I'm going to, as well as the luggage stuff. Told me he paid for luggage to be like one chicken. So yay! Ah, my throat. Which is very, very helpful. And my mom got me a new suitcase that is actually really nice, and I love it. But it also led to a lot of confusions as well, because I've never flown a plane before. For some odd reason, me and my mom did not know how many carry-ons I was allowed to bring. Because, again, never been on a plane. And my mom flew a plane once. That was a long time ago. She was a kid. So, literally, a few days before my trip, Destiny actually even texted me asking if I have everything on set. Just to accidentally give us a scare. Bada bing, bada boom, everything's okay. And even before, from the time we already settled everything up to the day, to like now, Bree has also been telling me of things that they want me to bring with me, such as my card deck, which allows me to do magic trick, as well as a manga I have, and my Pokemon cards. Holy jeez, I'm bringing a lot of things. Holy jeez. Then I also had went talked to Brie about certain things I should keep in mind when I'm over there in order to ensure that they are comfortable and happy while I'm with them, including like picking up on like body languages if something's wrong for whatever reason. And they've also informed me on all the best places to pet their cats because um up to now I still don't know who I'd be staying with. I have three choices, but regardless, on all three places I get to stay with animals, and I love that. But yeah, it basically was very chaotic, and even from the time we bought the tickets to even now, I've been hella anxious. Like, unbelievably so that the literally following days up to my flight, I woke up with my stomach hurting so much due to my anxiety being like over the top when I wake up. And it's just so uncomfortable for me. Like, why would you do this to me? A lot of it is due to the fact I've never flown a plane before. I don't know what to expect. I'm afraid I would even lose my luggage, like from the cargo of the plane for some reason. I'm afraid of that happening. I am terrified of how it'll go because I don't know what goes on at an airport either. So it's like, it's not only have I never been on a plane, I've never even been to an airport. I've known people who have. And on top of that, I've also been stressed out about a lot of personal things from home. What's going to happen while I'm away with my family? Because things haven't been pretty imperfect. So I've also been hella stressed about what's going to happen when I'm away for 3 months. By the way, yeah, it's 3 months, almost 3 months I'll be staying. Almost. It's like 2. But it freaks me out where I have no idea what's going to happen. I have no idea whether something horrible is going to happen. And during the time I was like, if I remember correctly, during the time when I was like preparing for it, there's also another fear of, I'm afraid of something happening to my best friend Brayden as well. He knows how scared I am of this. And due to the fact that there has been stuff going on with him recently that has actually scared me so much. In fact, one of the times recently where, it did not go well at all. And it made me even more stressed about my flights because I was afraid of if something happens and I'm not able to be there for him when I want to be. Not because I should, but because I want to be. I care a lot about my best friend. I care a lot about him. And he's always been there for me, so I also always want to be there for him because every time I've been able to make him smile and happy, I feel more amazing on the inside. Because it makes me happy to know that I can make someone like him, who tends to put on the appearance that and act that he's okay in a lot of situations. He can handle a lot of things better than I can, because I overreact and I'm overly sensitive. It feels nice that even though I'm overly sensitive, I can help him. I've also been afraid of stuff happening to my mom, because for a while now she's been having health issues even. Which, despite how I act on the outside, because I'm horrible with my emotions, I've actually been kind of scared a few times. Because especially when one of the times, literally not that long ago, my mom had to go to the hospital because of her health issues. And we don't even know what's going on with her. We don't know what's wrong. And that makes it even more scarier because she's going through all of this pain, suffering, and we don't even know why. And so that's another factor to the fear I have and anxiety of what's going to happen to her when I'm away. She's brought up how like there's things where she doesn't even know what she's going to do when I'm out, because with like for my brother and stuff, because I sometimes have taken my brother to places when she's unable to, and now I'm not going to be there for that, so who's going to do that for her? Like, he's understandable with it, but it's still hurts knowing that. And on top of that, I also have had many things going on with online stuff. Stuff happening with my friends online, like all sorts of my friends online. It's like, it's not just any specific people. It's like several different people in several different groups. And I'm terrified of what's going to happen. Let's just say that a lot of stuff has gotten fairly bad. Some of it has gotten bad, others have chilled down. But every single day I hear something going on. Nope, not even a break for like a few days of nothing happening. Every single day there's been something going on. And it scares me because I'm afraid that the instant I'm away for those several months, those few months, chaos is going to ensue. That the instant I get home, I'm going to see so many horrible things when I go on Discord. Which it sucks that I'm worried about this. But yeah, and then there's on top of that, the struggles of seeing this is another thing that's making me anxious, is seeing my family again. I haven't seen them since I was 7, like I said earlier. So a part of me is hella nervous about that. I don't know how things are gonna go when I'm over there. Again, back with the thing I said with the social media thing, the fear, the what ifs go through my head. I mean, hey, it's normal for the people to be afraid of the unknown, so like, yeah, it makes sense. And even though I'm actually excited about this, don't get me wrong, I love the fact I get to see my cousin in person. Both of my cousins, who I love deeply, I get to see them both again in person after over a decade. These two cousins, like, I'm seeing other families, but it's mainly there for like these two cousins of mine that I'm actually really close to. They are like my siblings. They even have called me their sister, or sister figure. So it makes this, it's still exciting, don't get me wrong. I love the fact I'll be able to see them again. I'm so happy I get to see them again. But at the same time, there is a slight fear of what is going to happen. There are some things I do know of that's going to happen. Like, we've made plans about certain things, like what we might do, what we're going to do the instant I get there even, when my cousins pick me up. But it's several months. Not several, a few months. And I don't really know what we're going to do fully, like each day. I don't even know who I'm going to be staying with. They'll be sorted out though. But there's still a lot of things that come back and forth where it's like on a tightrope of whether I should be fully anxious or fully excited. I am glad though that like my best friend Brayden did visit me like literally a few days ago, or several days ago I should say. And thank goodness he did, because I was so stressed. And him visiting helped a lot. We talked about my fears. We talked about what's been going on as well. And he reassured me that this trip is good for me. I've never been on a trip like this. I've never been on a plane. But this is a chance for me to potentially even get away from a lot of stuff that I have to deal with in my everyday life. And spend time with people who matter to me, who I don't get to see because of our distance. When it comes down to it, just have really horrible anxiety. That it's not fair for me, or for anyone else. But yeah. I know I've been rambling on, and this is a SpeedPaint. I've said nothing about the SpeedPaint. Although you can probably guess by it that it's art related to the fact I'm going on this trip. My mom has even suggested even vlogging my trip there. And I don't know, that depends on my cousins if they're comfortable with it, or if they want me to. Anyways, I've been taking up a lot of time talking. But yeah, that's what's been going on. I'll be going on a trip very soon. Very, very soon. Depending on when this gets uploaded. And yeah. I'll catch you guys all in the next video or live stream. Whichever comes first. And hopefully things go well on this trip. I'll see you next time.